available in the list of meeting types on the High Bond portal. The second regular board meeting for November is currently shown on both the meeting type and meeting information pages. However, the 2025-2026 meeting schedule on the district's website does not reflect the regular meeting and special called meeting for today. It also still lists the regular board meeting as occurring on 17 November. It is essential that any changes or additions to the BOT meeting schedule are consistently updated across all relevant links on the CCSD website and within the High Bond portal. This ensures the public can easily access accurate and up-to-date information. Previously, under the boarddocs.com system, the public could view motions and voting outcomes appended to the available agenda even before the meeting minutes were published. This feature is not currently available. Additionally, when watching the meeting on YouTube, some of this information cannot be clearly seen. It would be beneficial if motions, amendments, and vote tabulations were accessible through the agenda link in the High Bond portal. Thank you for the opportunity to share these observations and suggestions regarding the meeting schedule and the accessibility of supporting information.
Good afternoon, Chair, Superintendent Huggins, and this fine board, amen. My name is Reverend Cynthia Lynn Smalls, and I come before you all tonight, not only as a faith leader in this community, but a servant of God of this community, who believes deeply that where there is no unity, there is no progress. Our good book, the Bible, reminds us in Psalm 133, verse number 1, behold, how good and pleasant it is when brethren dwell together in unity. That same principle should apply to the board. Our students, parents, and educators need to see a board that lead and work together, not divided by politics, personalities, or powers. Shared leadership does not mean giving up authority. It does not mean giving up authority, means every voice is at the table matters. And every decision reflects the collective wisdom of those that are elected to serve our community. When one voice dominates, our children suffer. When all the voices collaborate and work together, our community will thrive. I urge this board to model what true leadership looks like: humble, unified, and accountable, so that Charleston County can finally move forward together. One degree serves stronger for every child. Please, 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 let's have a heart like Jesus. He served everybody, and he loved everybody. So if we can get a heart like Jesus, we can serve. Thank you all so very much for the opportunity. Thank you for listening, but please, let's do the right thing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shar Fitzwater. You met me before. Your oversight of this district on behalf of the public is invaluable in the success of our schools and all our kids. We put our trust in you for this. As you vote on the 2 key leadership roles for the Board of Trustees, I ask you to prioritize good governance in your selections. Overseeing efficient meetings is helpful, but effective leadership is crucial. Optimal leadership draws out divergent perspectives, engages in constructive dialogue, seeks continuous improvement, and builds community connections. As you do this within the framework of good parliamentary procedure and transparency, you earn our trust. Optimal leadership encourages engagement. That's good governance. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes the public comments section of this meeting.
He's right.
Yes, we do.
Oh, is that's who that was? Okay.
On to item 3A, which is the election of the board chair. I will bid the board goodbye. As this position has been an honor working with the trustees, I thank the trustees for allowing me to participate in this election. With that, I will open up the ballot with the nomination of Pam McKinney as board chair. Do I have any other members to be added onto the ballot?
I don't think you can do it like that.
Other nominations?
I would like to nominate myself.
Or a lot of Bailey?
Yes, but wait, before we move on, I hope the parliamentarian can hear us. You have to open the floor up for nominations. You can't open the floor for nomination and roll your nomination into it.
Mr. Parliamentarian, did I not open up the floor properly?
You did, Mr. Chairman. I believe you have the right to make a nomination as well as any board member.
Absolutely.
But he didn't open it up to nominations. He said, I nominate. He didn't
I think-
actually say, I open it up to nominations.
I think if you read back of what I said, I
Let's
think.
read it back, please.
And I'm just curious, are there any other nominations?
But
We have two.
they're all once you open it up properly.
I
I-
think
you
the
know-
parliamentarians ruled that I did.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. We've been told that he sides with you. So I would hope that.
Pardon me, ma'am.
I would
Pardon
hope
me,
that
excuse
you
me.
do it correctly.
I wish to be
Yes,
heard on that matter.
You are pardoned. You are
Excuse-
pardoned.
um,
And
Miss-
he should
Miss-
open,
Ms. Roberson,
so he should open up the nomination and then.
And then he
call for
can
them-
call
the
for it.
vote. Exactly, but he should not roll it into it. And anybody that agrees with that, you're incorrect. That is not proper procedure.
I think the rules are very
That is not
clear
proper procedure.
that I can open the floor up,
You
which I
opened it.
did,
Didn't
Floor.
open up the floor.
and I did make a nomination. We set the ballot and then we vote. Is there any confusion on what's happening? I mean,
Yes.
let's set the ballot. What is the
No.
problem?
We need to rewind. We need to see the,
I disagree. Are there any further nominations? If there are no further
Yes,
nom,
No.
if there are no further nominations,
We're telling you that there are further nominations.
Well,
but
let's
you-
hear it.
You're trying to
Bring it on.
ignore us.
bring on, make the nomination, please.
I nominate myself.
Excellent.
I also would like our parliamentarian to listen to the feed again and confirm that this was done properly before we can move forward.
And I believe that as trustees, we have a right to get a confirmation that this was done properly.
As our parliamentarian, Mr. Parliamentarian, I'll ask once again, did I not open up the meeting?
I heard the nominations opened and a nomination made is what I heard.
Correct.
If I'm
No.
incorrect, I'm incorrect, but
I,
that is what I
that's
heard.
what I said. That's my recollection of what I said.
How can we get the feed?
I'm really, I'm baffled as to why we just cannot have the election.
There's no reason to be baffled.
You just said, now it is time for us to nominate or to elect our chair.
That's what I said.
And you
We
said,
Open the floor up for nomination.
it is time for us to nominate our chair. And then rather than saying, I will now open the floor for nominations,
Correct.
you said, I will nominate
Pam
Pam.
McKinney, exactly.
And I made my nomination, correct?
No, you didn't open up the floor for nominations. You did this last time, and I'm not standing for it again.
Exactly.
You okay?
No.
And so
No, roll the tape.
May I
Roll the
call
tape.
for the nominations to be closed and a vote?
I think we.
take-
do I have a second?
No, they want us to walk out. No,
Please.
this is an official board
Us.
meeting. We have a parliamentarian, we have legal counsel, we are asking for a rollback.
Mr. Parliamentarian,
Yes, sir. First of all, I don't make parliamentary rulings. I give parliamentary opinions.
correct.
Ultimately, the call of a parliamentary question is up to the chair. So it works.
Yeah, so much for that.
I'm going to stand by what I did. I made a motion. I said, this is the rule.
We
I
need,
said, we are now going to make nominations and I made.
we need
nomination.
to see the tape.
So, and if there's any, I'm not going to entertain anything else. Let's just vote.
I'm sorry, but it was not best practice. You took advantage of your position.
Exactly.
And.
But that is my
You did.
my
Open the floor up.
opportunity. It is my opportunity to open up the floor and
didn't
I
open the
can
floor.
make a motion. So I can recognize who's speaking. I'm controlling the meeting. I open up the floor. And if I recognize myself, which I did,
That's-
I recognize myself and I made the motion. I'm struggling at trying to
motion.
figure out because it takes a majority of members to vote in the person who's been nominated.
Your
So
problem
we
is-
have 3 candidates. They've been properly nominated. It now comes down to a vote. So I'm going to close the floor and ask that the 3 candidates be brought up for vote.
Can we ask our attorney what his position is on here? Because I would like to hear what you have to say.
And you don't have control. You facilitate a meeting.
Exactly.
You don't control the meeting. We were all elected.
So I'm not so certain that it's a parliamentary issue as opposed to a legal issue, although I guess it's mixed in some respects because if someone claims that the election was improper because of the fact that, or at least the claim is that the floor wasn't properly opened, then, there could be some legal issues surrounding that. But at the moment, the parliamentarian has indicated that in his judgment, it was opened. And the chair is indicating that he, in fact, opened it. So from a legal standpoint, that's the status at this point, is that the parliamentarian has ruled and the chair has indicated that he opened the floor and that the vote or a vote should proceed. And so that seems to me to be the state of the matter at this point. I know there is some dissent, or apparently that there is some dissent about whether or not the floor was actually open. Frankly, I'm not certain what was said. The parliamentarian said that he heard the floor being open, and he has made the ruling.
As I listen to it, from what I hear being, discussed, I don't think it's really, when I look at it, when you get down to the nitty gritty, whether I open up the floor, I think my fellow trustees are challenged by the fact that I recognized myself and made motion. Am I not right?
No.
I'm gonna
You
say why,
didn't make a
I-
motion.
and I'm gonna say why this
This
is.
is just nominating. You don't need to make a motion. You just need to nominate. You don't need a second. Okay?
But here's
Look
the
at your
thing.
rules.
Didn't-
Look at your
rules.
rules. Look-
Our rules say that candidates will be voted upon in the order of nomination. And the quickness in which you made a nomination, I have no judgment about your who the person is. But because our rules say candidates will be voted upon in the order of nomination, it would have been ethical for you to take a breath and open the floor and allow the names to be nominated. That's
Exactly.
the problem.
Yes.
And there was no opening of the floor. You said it is time to nominate the
Chair.
chair.
And I nominate Pam.
I nominate Pam. There was no, now I will open it up for nominations. I nominate chair. I mean, I nominate Pam. That's how it should have gone. Fine, you could have gone as fast as you could,
Right.
but you should have still said, I open it up for nominations. I nominate Pam.
And I
There
don't,
was still a part of it that you forgot.
yeah, and intentionally, and I don't know why we're the only ones that heard it.
Mr. Chair, may I call for the votes?
Yes. Do I have a second on the votes?
Y'all must be desperate.
Please bring up the votes.
Not for nominations.
Who are we voting for?
The ballot has Ms. McKinney, Ms. Bailey, and Ms. Jewett.
You nominate.
Yes. How do we vote? We vote.
You would vote on each nomination individually.
And if your
And that's-
doesn't come up, refresh your screen.
And my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Parliamentarian, that if the first person doesn't receive a majority, then it goes down to the next one. If the
Correct,
next
in
one-
order of nomination.
Correct. If the next one doesn't receive a majority, it goes down to the next one. And if the next person doesn't receive a majority, then what we do is we have a second round of votes in which we take the bottom number out, drop, and then we have two. If we have two individuals up for a vote, we should be able to get a majority.
I almost feel like, Mr. Johnson, this is a spoiled vote.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
The whole nominating process has been spoiled. How can we proceed forward?
I don't think
Clearly-
we've had it. I mean, I don't see.
I mean, there's
I'm
two
just trying to
people
struggle to see
demanding
what
this
is-
go
What is
forward.
the difference with what we're?
This whole thing.
Rest of us.
We've
This,
wasted
this,
now 20 minutes just doing a
Maybe
circle.
we should take a vote on how many of us think it's a spoiled
can we at least
vote.
take a recess and regroup?
No.
Because this just does not feel right. See, you've got two people demanding to go forward and it almost feels like a demand for a vote. I feel like the vote is spoiled at this point.
I'd just like to make one clarification is if he was to take a breath, as we're also saying, he also acquiesces his 30,000 votes. The people that voted for him, the 30,000 people he represents. I mean, so I don't know, maybe we need to come up with another way of prioritizing the three that have been provided.
I'm trying to think what you're trying to accomplish. I mean,
Um,
we have three candidates. It should be a simple vote. If a majority of the board wants a candidate, what is the issue here? I'm just trying to think what you're trying to accomplish by, is it the order that you're upset about?
I think.
I mean, you still need a majority of the votes.
It's the issue that
Majority of the votes. So you're going to work on
the order of nomination.
but I'm trying to think. So if Miss McKinney comes up and gets a majority of the vote's finished, right? So we don't move any further.
I don't think.
So I don't understand why it's going to matter what the order is. I opened the floor. I took it on. I admit, I took it on to recognize myself. I made my nomination. I asked for other nominations. I don't see how you can argue that this is spoiled.
But
If
you
you're
would
having a problem with me
Is it
making the motion, I mean, I'm trying to, because even if I were to
No.
go
No,
back
you
and
did it-
say,
You did it
let's
completely
do it
wrong.
all over again, I'm still going to do the same thing.
We believe that you would do the same
We
thing.
have, there's no doubt
We
about
believe that
that.
you would do the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, 5 people saying you.
I, of all the people sitting up here, know how you can
Count,
treat
count.
people.
Yeah,
Well, 5
you
people
would do the
saying
same thing.
Pushing the agenda
Yeah.
forward. I think that's the stink of it.
May I address the chair? Chair Grabowski, I believe we are in the middle of a vote and there's not discussion. We are breaking protocol by doing that. I think we're to the point where people are to cast their
I
vote.
called the table the vote.
A second.
Been made in second. Motion's been made in second.
Mr. Parliamentarian,
Yes, sir.
we have a proper vote. I mean, we have a proper, oh, we have a proper opening of the floor. We have proper ballots. We are all set up to vote.
I called the table, the vote. You cannot ignore my table.
Not so sure about that. And the grounds for your motion to table are? Because
Did we just not sit here and go through all of this?
Mr. Parliamentarian,
Yes, sir.
is a motion to table a
The
proper
majority
motion to be
of the
made?
board does
Well,
not.
the trouble with a motion to table is that you cannot lay something on the table. It must be taken up at the same meeting.
Right.
So I don't know how a motion to table could be in order because this meeting is scheduled for two matters,
Right.
election of a chair and election of a vice chair. So, I mean, it's got to be taken up before the end of the meeting.
Okay, well, at least that give us time to get,
We'll get the video for you so you can see the feed and see exactly if you agree as parliamentarian on the terminology that was used and the way that it was done.
Question. To the parliamentarian,
Yes, sir.
the motion is made to suspend the election right now. When is that taken up?
I'm sorry, sir.
If a motion is made right now to suspend election,
I don't know of a motion to suspend an election.
I said, what happens if a motion is made?
you can move.
Hold on, people.
It's moved to postpone, Mr.
I'm
People-
asking, I'm asking.
Hold on, I'm not recognizing you.
No.
I'm not recognizing you.
Ain't no
Please,
investigation. I
please,
asked the
please,
parliamentarian the
please.
question. Let him answer the question.
Please,
Let him answer the question.
Mr. Hollingshead,
Let him answer the question.
Mr. Hollingshead,
Let him answer the question.
Mr. Hollingshead.
Let the man answer the question, fool.
Ooh, Mr.
Sir?
Hollingshead, please. You don't need to go there.
Sir, please answer the
Mr.
question.
So,
Please let him answer my question.
I think,
God.
I don't think this is really going to change much, but nevertheless, if my fellow board members and with the Reverend Cynthia Smalls, let's all get together, and I would like to see this board proceed forth as a united board. And I see there's something issued. So what I would like to do, okay? And Mr. Parliamentarian, what I'm going to do is what I'm thinking is going back and revisiting, so I give my brethren and the proper language that they think is missing, which I still think is been done correctly. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Parliamentarian, if I'm correct, since I opened up the floor, if I'm to redact and come back and reopen the floor, would I just make a simple acknowledgement that I'm reopening the floor for the election? Or is
I
there?
think that appears to sound as if that's what the body wishes to accomplish.
I
And
agree.
if that be with unanimous consent of the body, which I would request that the chair ask for that unanimous consent, that would be appropriate.
Okay. I'm asking the trustees, because if you're going to do a motion to table, we're going to return back to this and get it resolved. But do I have a unanimous consent? And if you like, I will redo and open up the floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody against? Then I'm making,
No, are we voting, loud?
We have to vote
no, what I'm doing is I'm reopening the floor. Not yet, not yet. All I'm doing is trying to clean up what we started and take a step back. Take a step back.
Chair,
And
can I
we're-
say something right quick?
Excuse me?
Can I say something right
Sure.
quick? Okay, first of all, we are servant leaders. We serve our constituents. And right about now, all of this that's going on is not what our constituents are looking for. I don't mind you doing whatever you gotta do, but I believe in the golden rule. Treat people like how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
With honesty and respect, and not name calling and defaming people. That's not cool. You have kids watching this, teenagers watching this, young adults watching this, as well as parents. Please, please act and conduct yourself accordingly, because we are servant leaders.
So when that said, when
And
I,
I'm-
when that said, when I asked to speak, you cut me off.
Exactly.
You allow her to speak
Exactly.
and give her for
Mr. Alex,
speech like that.
that's my,
This is the same.
that's my
So
prerogative.
I'm.
So,
that's
Ms. Trudy,
What I said.
Ms. Trudy, I am going to read it. In electing news officers, the board will, the chair will now open the floor to be opened up for nominations for the position of chair. As chair and a board of trustees member, I would like to nominate Pam McKinney as chair for the ballot. Are there any further nominations?
Still didn't
You still
decide.
didn't.
Well, I still would like to nominate
I will
myself.
Fair enough. Trustee
I will-
Bailey has nominated herself. Are there any other nominations?
I will nominate myself as well.
Trustee Jewett has nominated herself. We now have Trustee McKinney, Trustee Bailey, and Trustee Jewett nominated. I will now close the floor and ask that the votes be brought up, or the
May-
trustees be brought up for vote.
May I ask the parliamentarian a question?
Sure.
Mr. Parliamentarian, was that actually properly done? He again did not actually open the
The
floor.
cha-
He,
I
Taking the privilege. That's what she's arguing.
I specifically heard him open the nominations, and as chair, he made a nomination.
okay, so,
It's not against the rules. But he is taking the privilege.
okay,
I mean, the chair has the right to recognize the membership to speak. I mean, that's one of the predominant issues in Robert's rules is the chair recognition before a board member speaks.
I would like to be recognized.
Ms. Roberson,
Thank you. I move to postpone the election of board officers.
Second.
well, we have a properly made motion. We have a second. And I would ask for a vote. Trustees?
When you
Yes, you do.
definitely put a date on it.
and do you want to postpone too?
The regular schedule meeting.
Mr. Johnson?
Well, so I've just been informed that policy requires that this that this vote proceed at this time.
We're in policy. We have a board meeting next week.
At the first meeting.
No, this was a
This is a special call.
So this is the first regularly called meeting of the Board of Trustees. The policy requires that at the first regular board meeting in November, that officers are elected, so that would be a violation of policy.
Well, I moved to postpone the election of this board officers until next.
It doesn't follow.
I'll follow
So
a point of
then-
order. I think
Okay,
the
then-
motion is improper and I will ask the
And-
parliamentarian to,
Suspend the policy then. Suspend the policy so that we could postpone it. We've suspended policies before.
I second the motion.
And all we need is 6 votes to suspend the policy.
Can we discuss?
absolutely. Absolutely. Ms. Watley?
Ms. Roberson, would you mind elaborating on why you've made this motion?
Sure. I think that we came in here today with good faith to vote, and the chair has done this disturbance. We did not come here today for anything other than to elect the board officers. But then with this turnaround that he did, we are not in a good place to make decisions for the rest of this year.
What do you mean by for the rest of the year?
We are electing officers for the rest of, for 2025 year.
Are you suggesting that we postpone it until after the year?
No, until next week, when we come back,
Gotcha.
where we can regroup, breathe, and make thoughtful decisions and not be focused on whether or not the floor was open properly.
The only argument that I would make against that, because I do feel like that everything's kind of icky right now. The only thing with that is Mr. Grabowski won't be able to be present because he'll be out of the country.
Yeah, but we did this for Mr. Gabrowski, and then Mr. Gabrowski came here and created this environment.
That's a question.
Would anybody else like to be recognized?
Yes.
Mr. Hollingsted.
I mean, I seen Dr. Temple and Ms. Jewett be out of the country and zoom back into a meeting. I don't know why we need to change the date of a meeting. When others sacrifice when they're out of the country to make sure they're attended. So I don't know why you couldn't do the same.
That's not the issue before the board right now. That should have been, when we set this, we discussed it. What's before the board is, do we have a proper ballot? Are we complying with policy? And I remind everybody, you still need a majority to elect somebody. So I'm missing why we're not just voting. But hearing it being said, a motion's been made. It's been seconded. Any further discussion on it?
Could you state the motion we're?
The motion, and I raised a point of order, Mr. Parliamentarian, I think the motion is improper in accordance with our policy. So I don't even think this motion should be brought up if it's an improper motion on my point of order. And I think that comes to the chair for consideration, Mr. Parliamentarian.
Point of order comes to the chair.
Correct. And the point of order is that this motion is improper and that we should proceed to the election.
A motion to suspend the rule is improper.
That's a good point, Mr. Hollingston. Mr. Hollingston brings up a good point. Is the motion to suspend the rules improper? Yeah, it's not a policy.
I presume that the motion, if it is to suspend your rules provide that elections of officers shall take place at the first regularly scheduled meeting in November. This was a regularly scheduled meeting. This is not a special called meeting. Your calendar of regularly scheduled meetings was amended at your last meeting to set this as a regularly scheduled meeting. So if you want to take your elections up at a meeting other than this meeting, which is the first regularly scheduled meeting in November, you would have to suspend your rule, which requires the elections to be taking place at this meeting.
Made the motion, she got a second.
Could you please read back their motion? Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's a proper motion.
It's not proper? What's not proper about it?
Did you not hear what the parliamentarian said the motion should be?
Yeah, but I just don't know about.
I will bring that motion up for vote. Could you please bring the motion up for vote as worded? And let's move on.
Ms. Trudy, there should be a date on the motion. No one provided a date.
I know.
Number 10.
She,
So now we're amending the motion to amend the motion.
No, I said the next meeting, which is November 10th. I just said next meeting.
She just said next meeting.
Please bring up the motion as worded. Oh, good. Did you?
Yeah, I'll refresh your screen. That should come up.
Yeah. Hmm. Trustees, please cast your vote.
I just did.
Unless it's a 6 in favor.
Mr. Grabowski, the motion failed.
And the motion fails. With that being brought on, we will go continue on to the vote. Can you please, Ms. Trudy, please bring up the vote? I mean, bring up the ballot as proposed with McKinney, Ms. McKinney, Ms. Bailey, and Ms. Jewett.
It's in there.
She voted.
Showed up.
It's on my
It's on
screen.
ours. It's on our screen.
I voted nay.
So on our screen, it shows yay for Temple, Jewett, Roberson, and Hollenshed. For nay, it's Bailey, Grabowski, Watley, Lieber, and McKinney,
Right.
and no abstentions.
No.
The reason I voted nay is because I want all trustees to be present. You can wake up in the middle of the night. I was told to do that when I was in Israel, and they took a vote on Ed Kelly after I left the country.
What?
Yeah.
Where is that?
You need me to repeat it? Okay.
Start regardless. So we're off to a rocky start regardless.
Welcome to the first year of my life. How did you like it?
That was probably my first go around.
This was the entire first year. Everybody's included. But worse. It was actually a lot more contentious, a lot more stressful. I hated coming in. Many times I thought about that kind of thing, but I swore that oath, you know?
Somebody else did in his chair. I just tired of him in his chair.
But it has shown up now.
And I'd ask Cassie's class for the first vote, please.
Chair people disrespect people, you go the same thing all over again.
Trustees, please cast your vote. The system between public having.
Has everybody voted? Has it shown up?
Not showing up.
Knows that we voted.
Remember last time the guy did that for interference.
Yeah, I was showing that I successfully
They
voted.
told, she don't do nothing but they tell her to do. She don't think on her own. She does what they tell her to do.
Make sure they have.
Do we have vomit bags?
Not sure Daniel wants to do it.
Abstain.
That's the coward's way out.
If things gonna change, things gonna change.
I've been making that argument for 3 years.
Are you waiting for anything, Ms. Trudy?
At least 2 years. But they.
The only vote you have is Ms. Lieber's vote. Mine's saying it's successful.
I'd say successful.
Mine is two. Is yours? Same vote?
So is this-
I have not voted yet. Nobody was back? Nobody was back? Go back here. Nominations are closing. But he closed the floor for nominations.
I'll vote
They
for
will.
it.
They said they would. Seriously.
I think one day you would be a great chairman, but not right now. You don't have the experience yet. I do know. I've been sitting in the seat for 3 years.
Trying to figure out why it's not showing.
Been there for 5 years.
I got it. I got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
And Ms. McKinney is our new chairman. I will pass the gavel on. The vote was 5 yeas. It was Carlotta Bailey, Keith Grabowski, Leah Watley, Michelle Lieber, and Pamela McKinney. 4 nays, Dr. Carol Temple, Carolina Jewett, Darlene Roberson, and Kevin Hollingshead. I pass the ceremonial jukes.
I'm still Pam. No, I'm good. I'm good. We will go on to item on the agenda, item 3B, the election of the board vice chair. The floor is open for nominations. Are there any? Ms. Watley, would you accept that nomination?
No, I'm gonna pass.
I know.
Are there other nominations?
I'd like to nominate
Ms.
Dr.
Like,
Carol.
no, nominate
Wait a
myself.
minute. Excuse me, Ms. Bailey?
I nominate myself.
But why doesn't mine stay? What,
Well, it was coming out of my mouth.
it was coming out of my mouth too.
And Ms.
Yes.
Jewett,
No,
you
it's-
have a nomination.
No, I had it first. I nominated myself first. We need to go back in the tape again. Like, this is crazy.
I would only point out that the chair must recognize the member.
Thank you.
But if the chair's not
But if
looking in that direction, it would never work. It just.
And may I state that I don't have a swivel head, but I will certainly look back and forth. And again, as as parliamentary procedure, it is the first person to receive the majority votes. So all nominations are equal. It's the
They're not
voting
equal.
that matters.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ms. Jewett, you want to nominate yourself?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Nominations from this side.
Oh,
I'm going back and forth. I don't know how to do this except maybe go to the podium next time and I can see everybody at once. Are there any other nominations besides Ms. Bailey and Ms. Jewett? Then the nominations will be closed, and Ms. Bowles, I'll ask you to bring those up for us.
I'm so sorry. Who were the nominations? I was totally distracted.
The nominations are Ms. Bailey and Ms. Jewett.
Okay.
I voted.
It's showing.
I voted for Mrs. Bailey. The voting results for the election of the board vice chair, Ms. Bailey has 5 yay votes, so she will continue as board vice chair. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
All in favor, aye. All right. Order now the special called board meeting for November the 3rd, 2025. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second? There, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Then the motion passes to accept the agenda. Is there a motion to convene
So moved.
into executive session? I was making sure we still had quorum.
You need to. Yeah, we do.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to just.
Is there a second to, second by Ms. Roberson? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed, nay. We are now in executive session. There a motion to reconvene into open session?
I second it. I move.
And Dr. Temple moves, Mr. Grabowski seconds. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? The motion passes. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I so move.
Moved by Dr. Temple, seconded by Mr. Grabowski. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay?